Hello. Today's topic we are discussing is project report. In previous sessions, we have discussed about the project planning and project formulation. Now, the important aspect when you go for starting any project, maybe in terms of enterprise or maybe in terms of a business, the next important aspects comes in that is the project report. That means if you won't have a proper project report, it is very difficult for you to have a blueprint or to move in a right path to get a success in your project. So whenever you want to have a success in your project or to have a better path through which you can move to achieve a success, you must have a proper project report. Now we will see what is project report. Whenever we are telling about the project report, it is nothing but a business plan in which it is indicating that what you are coming out with. That means what is the ultimate end product of your business, whether based on the end product, your enterprise is viable or not, will be analyzed through this business plan to have a very good and strict essential parameters. That means that these business plans help us to know that the viability of our business, and also if any problem is there, what are the parameters I have to follow to be a successful in my business or in my enterprise. So this project plan gives us a roadmap. This is nothing but, as I told, it gives a path for us to reach our goal or the destiny. While achieving our specific object, we should achieve within a limited period of time. Whenever we are telling about an enterprise or a business or anything, if you want to achieve some object, everything is time bounded. Within a time period, you should reach the destiny. Otherwise, you will lose lot of opportunities which is available in a market for your business. So this project plan or the project report will give us a path through which we can reach our destiny with a stipulated period of time. And one more definition we can say about the project report is, it is a written document of what an entrepreneur proposes to take up. That means you are giving in a writing format what will be your business or what is your enterprise and what are the course of action you are taking up to establish your enterprise will be indicated in a project report. So what is the purpose of having this project report? Why one must have this project report? See, when we are telling about a plan or any project, so it should have certain objective. So whenever we are telling about a plan or a project, they must have an objective. So if you won't have a project report, it indicates that the plan or a something target without any object will be like that. That means we cannot achieve the success very high level if you won't have an objective for our plan. So if you are simply planning and going, the unsuccessfulness is high compared to the successfulness. So the project report is very essential. It acts as an objective in our project so that we could able to reach the destiny in a given period of time. And then what is the purpose of having this project report? The project reports aids the process of firming up. That means have a strong hold on our project to move in a right path. And this report help us to have a technical arrangement. See, we want certain skillful persons or some machineries, some input, skill input, so that we can make an arrangement with the help of this report. And about the location, if I am running a business, what should be my location? Whether I have to take in a center of the city or I have to move in some other corner, residential area, domestic area, or a near bus stand, that I can decide based upon my project plan. And what type of plant and machineries I have to establish for my project will be decided. And how much manpower is required to run my project or my business or my enterprise will be decided with the help of this project report. And how much I can make use of them. The human resource means I have to use them 100% such that they can come out with an efficient product or efficient output to the project or an business. So that also determined based on this report. And this is very, very essential for efficient and effective implementation of the project. One must have a proper project report. Apart from this project will also helps us in generating a knowledge base. See, usually we used to have lot of plans, lot of idea, lot of business ideas, enterprise ideas, market ideas, everything in our mind. So it is sometimes it is going to flash in our mind and sometimes we are going to forget. So we cannot remember each and everything and we cannot remember each and every ideas in each and every moment. At that time, this project reports acts as a knowledge base for an entrepreneur. That means it gives you a first-hand information of what you are going to do, what are all the channels you are planned, everything. And this will going to have a very well structured enterprise for us based on this. And the next important point which is helping for this is it helps us to know what are the major risks one may come across during their business or an enterprise. See, entrepreneur must know what are the degrees of risk involved in starting a new enterprise. So they are ready mentally and they should prepare mentally, and in all the aspects they should be ready to face it. That will be indicated through this project report. Now, not only about this, it is having certain functions to be performed as a project report in when I am starting an enterprise. The first function of a project report is giving direction. As I told, this report gives us a path through which we have to move to achieve our destination or a goal. So like this project report gives a direction for us in which direction we have to go and what is my goal, where it want to be and how it going to get there. That means this project report will going to answer all the questions for us, where we have to move, what is my goal, where I want to be and how I should reach there. So this will be indicated through this project report are the main function of this. Apart from giving us a direction, this also enables the entrepreneur to know that how he can proceed in a right direction. See, it gives a direction, so you should go there. But how we have to proceed in future, we may not be knowing. But in that case, this project reports gives us how to proceed in a right direction to achieve the success in my enterprise. And what are the purpose of the project report is, when we see the major purpose of developing a project report, the first one is to attract the lender or an investor. When we want to start an enterprise or a business, the major important component required for our business or enterprise is the finance. That is what is the lender. We require some investor or a lender for us who could able to provide as a capital for our business or enterprise. So when we give a proposal for them in terms of our project report, it acts as a source which will going to attract the lenders and the business investors to come or get attracted towards our business and they will be ready to invest on us. And the next one is the project reports helps for the small enterprises to apply for the financial assistance from the different financial institutions or maybe from a commercial bank. Whenever we go to a bank or any financial institutions, and if we tell that we want to start some enterprise or we want to start some business, then they used to tell that we need a project report for this. What actually you are going to do in your business, you must indicate that, then only we can able to sanction you the financial assistance. They won't listen orally what you want to tell. They require a report, what you actually want to do in your business and how you will proceed and what is your returns, what is your liability, everything they want to check. So this project reports helps us to get that by preparing that. And the next one is the project reports acts as a basis for appraisal. That means it acts as a yardstick which indicate that whether my business or my enterprise requires the financial assistance or not. Whether it requires financial assistance or not will be indicated through this project report. Then what should be the major content must be involved in a project report or in a project? The first important aspect that has to be included in a project report is some general information. The general information includes the biodata of a promoter. That means being a owner of or the proprietor of my project, I must have my biodata. What is my educational qualification? What are the skills I am having? Whether I could able to handle this project or an enterprise which I am proposing, that will be known through your biodata. And the next one is your industrial profile. That means what type of industry. For example, this industrial profile is required for the existing enterprise. If I want additional financial assistance or if I want some additional product from my company, then they want this industrial profile. What is your industry? Whether it is in a profit or a loss, whether it is having a place in the market or not, that indicates for providing you the financial assistance or accepting your project. And the next one is the product detail. Which type of product you want to come out? What is the demand of that product in the market? And how you are going to plan your marketing and the product raw materials, everything should be indicated in your report. And the next one is constitution and organization. That means how you are going to organize all these activities in a just you have to present it in a project report. Next comes is the project description. Once you give a general information, next important content the project report must have is a project description. In the project description, the first important aspects comes is the site. Site is nothing but a location. For example, if I am having a mass production of biofertilizers, I must have a minimum space for that. What is the infrastructure I am having and where I am doing it? That is very essential. Location is the site. Next comes is the physical infrastructure. The physical infrastructure will going to indicate what are all the physical things you are having: electricity, water supply, buildings, machineries, everything will, machineries will not come here. The physical infrastructure is your site, compound, road, electricity connections, and all those things will come here. Next comes is the utilities. What are the utilities available in your location that could able to suffice the requirement of your project or an enterprise? And the next comes is the pollution control. Very essential nowadays is the pollution control. When you want to start an enterprise or a business, that should not create a pollution to the environment and that should not hamper the biodiversity or ecosystem. So the pollution control, how you could able to avoid the pollution by starting your enterprise, that has to be indicated and you have to take a certificate from a pollution control board. And the next one is communication system. That means how you are having established a communication system. That means what is your communication system to communicate the information among your employees and in the market and to the other people. And the next comes is the transportation facilities. That means how you are going to bring the raw materials, how you are going to transport the inventory to the required people has to be indicated through these transportation facilities. And the next comes is the production process. That means what are the major process you are involving to come out with your important product, which is essential in a product. Means it is a production process. Next is the machineries and equipments. What are all the machineries and equipments you are going to purchase or already having, which is very essential to start your enterprise or a business. And the capacity of the plants. What is the capacity of a plant? Whether I am coming out with the 50 units per day, 100 units per day, or 5,000 units per day. That what should be the capacity? Whether it is matching with the capacity of the machine, whatever the machineries, the process, communication system, everything, whatever you have taken is matching with your capacity of the plant has to be mentioned. And technology selected. What type of technology you are using in your enterprise, and you must have your own research and development wing to come out with the innovative products or to fulfill or to improvise your product in the market to satisfy the needs of the customer. And the next important component you have to include in your project report is the market potential. When we are telling about the market, two important words comes in our mind is the demand and supply. So whenever I am telling about the market potential, I must show what is the demand and how much I can supply and what is the need of that product in the market. So what, and apart from this, what is the price you are fixing for your product has also, it should also be indicated in your project report to know that what is your market potential. Next comes is the capital cost and source of finance. Whenever we are giving a project report to anybody, in which we have to indicate what is the capital cost and from where I am getting the financial is very, very essential. Here, the capital item includes the land and buildings, plant and machineries, installation cost, preliminary expenses, and what are the margins I have kept for using it as a working capital has to be given in a capital item. And along with this item, I have to indicate what are all the important sources of finance for this. And it also state in a project report that what is the contribution of the owners, that means how much fund is contributed by a owner and how much fund is taken from the financial institutions or from the bank has also should also be indicated in a project report for have a clear picture of your capital cost and source of finance. And the next comes is the assessment of working capital requirement. Whenever we are telling about a project or an enterprise or a business, before starting any business or an enterprise, one must have a working capital. Working capital will help us to run our enterprise. In each and every stage of our enterprise or a business, we need certain finance to carry out the day-to-day work. That is called as a working capital. So this working capital is required, and how much working capital is required and what are the source of supply of this working capital have for this project has to be mentioned very clearly to know about this. How much I am having money with me and that could be used to run my day-to-day business or day-to-day activities of my enterprise. And it is very essential to prepare a working capital required in a prescribed format, which is designed for this developing a project report or an enterprise report. And usually this working capital requirement, if you plan properly, that will going to minimize the objection from the banker side. Because when being a banker, when I am financing for your enterprise or a business, I must know that what is your capacity to invest or what is your capacity to sustain your business if I am not able to give you the finance. So if the finance is given, whether it is in a secured hand, who could able to achieve a success, that will be seen through this assessment of working capital. And you have to mention other financial aspects. The other financial aspects is mainly involves the profit and loss account. Usually when you prepare a project report, you must present a profit and loss account, which indicates the salary revenues, cost of production and allied cost and profit has to be mentioned in a profit and a loss account. That means what is the profit I may going to get and what are the loss, means expenditure. What are the expenditure when I'm running an enterprise or a business and how much I could able to get the returns from doing that business or that enterprise. And this along with that, the other financial aspects like you have to give a balance sheet. The balance sheet indicates the asset and liability, and the next one is the cash flow statement. This cash flow statement indicates where and all the huge financial or the amount has been used and how much has been remaining with us. That means it indicates the financial position of an enterprise, which requirement and also what are the amount or the finance required at the different stages of the project will also be indicated through this balance sheet and a cash flow statement. And the important component you have to include in your project is break-even analysis. The break-even analysis is nothing but which indicates there is no loss, no profit. That is total revenue is equal to total cost. That is what is called as a break-even analysis. That means when I start an enterprise, I may not be able to get a profit immediately in a first year only or in a second year only, because I have invested a lot and that money will go to that loan or maybe for that investment. Maybe after 2-3 years, when all my money expenditure is filled or the investment is repaid, then I will reach one position where I may not have any repayment position, but I may not get the profit also. That is where the point. Where I have received the profit is equal to the investment, no profit, no loss. That is what is called as a break-even analysis. Here in the break-even analysis is indicating the gestation period of an enterprise. When I am taking a loan from a bank or a financial institution, they used to give a moratorium period or a gestation period for any enterprise for repayment of the loan. This break-even point will indicate how many years are required to come out with a repayment capacity. For example, if I am running an enterprise, the break-even point is 3 years. That means I have to get a 3-year moratorium period or gestation period. So my repayment will start after 3 years. Otherwise, if they give only 2 years, how I should make an arrangement for the repayment? That is very, very essential. But whenever the financial assistance is given, they used to give a moratorium period based on this break-even analysis. And the next one is in your report should indicate this economic and social variable. The economic social variable is nothing but your social responsibility towards the society. So the socio-economic benefits, what you are expected to incur because of your project for the people who are living in a society. Maybe in terms of employment generation. How much employment generation has been done due to starting of your enterprise? Next one is the import substitute. That is nothing but you are importing so many things from different country. So once you start producing your product, that may going to reduce the import or it acts as a substitute for the import. Next one is ancillarization. Ancillarization is nothing but here you are whether you are producing a part of a major product. For example, in the automobile industry, the carburetor is developed by somebody and maybe outer structure is done by somebody. Like that, whether your industry is coming out with the end product or you are supplying a part of product to the major industry, that has to be mentioned. And next comes is the exports. Whether your product is in such a quality, you are planning for exporting your product to other countries or in other market, that has also been mentioned, that should be mentioned. And local resource utilization. What are the resources locally available? You are using it for your enterprise. Maybe in terms of water, electricity, roads, infrastructure, everything comes. Maybe pollution, ecosystem, environment, that has to be mentioned. And development of the area. How much area has been developed? For example, in a Ballari, they have started Jindal Steel Factory. Because of Jindal, the road has been improved, airport has come, Jindal township has come. So much improvement has been done in a local area. So how much development has been done in that area has to be mentioned in your project report. And very, very important aspects of your project report is project implementation. So when you are developing a project report, you have to mention how you are going to implement your product. Every entrepreneur should draw this, how you are going to implement your scheme on a timetable basis, on timely basis. When I start production, how much moratorium period I require, and everything has to be mentioned in a project implementation plan that help us to conduct a work or carry out a work in time, so that all the activities could be completed in a given time, and which will going to reduce the cost incurred, and we can come out with the higher profit level. And next comes is whenever we are not having a proper project implementation plan, there may be a delay. If there is a delay in your production or coming out with the product and reaching the market in time, that will going to overruns the cost of a project. Usually, the financial viability of a project is in the hands of an entrepreneur who has to have an idea that in time he has to come out with the product, and in time it has to reach to the market to get a better profit out of his product. So that has to be planned in your project report by planning a project implementation aspects. So when we are telling about a project report, it is not just a written material that must have each and everything of your project. Whenever any person, maybe a financial institution or maybe any lender or an investor who looks into your report, he must have a complete idea about your project or your enterprise, where you want to start, when you want to start, what is your product, what is your capacity, how all the required facilities you are going to make an arrangement for your project, and how you will reach the market, what is your profitability. If you give completely how you are going to do your project in your report by mentioning all these important aspects, then you can have a command on your project, and also it acts as a path for you to move or proceed in a right direction to reach the goal in a given period of time with higher efficiency and higher profitability. So when you prepare a project plan report, you must have everything important aspects mentioned here and submit it to your financial institutions. They will accept, and this you consider after getting the financial assistance, you consider this as a path and move according to that to get a success in your enterprise. Thank you so much. I hope you understood the importance of project report.